Hi, beautiful people. I am here again, just going over all of the things that I've learned from the Daniel fast. Oh my. Okay, so some of it is stuff that I've learned already from previous fasts, and I kind of knew going into this Daniel fast, but I thought that if somebody has never done the Daniel fast, then it would be good for you to watch this video and kind of get some tips so you're prepared, so you can be able to actually, restrict your food in the way that the Daniel fast is meant to be restricted. There are some misunderstanding and misconceptions about food and how to read labels and all those things. So we're going to go over it. So number one lesson or tip that I've learned is eating healthy from the beginning. So before you start the Daniel fast, makes the Daniel fast easier on your body. Okay, so if you're already eating healthier foods, obviously if you restrict your food even more and you go on the Daniel fast, it makes it easier to cope with the changes in your body. You won't really have as much energy loss. You won't really be that hungry. I had a bunch of people, because we did it with our church corporately, and I had a bunch of people say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so hungry," and I'm thinking, I get hungry, but it's normal. Like, probably because I was eating less calories anyway, and I was eating healthier foods anyway. So that's good number one tip. So tip number two. Food is such a powerful thing. Oh my goodness. People go nutso about their food. Really? I just get so, I get it. Food is good. Like, good food, yum. But I'm just not into food all that much. Like, I used to be, and I still am. I love sweets. Okay? Don't get me wrong. I do love sweets. But it's not that big of a deal, because here's the thing that got me through. The first time I was doing fasts with food, it was hard. But here's the thing that I came to. Let me tell you. I just would always think, it will still be there when the fast is over. I am an adult, I work, I have money. If I want to go get that thing when the fast is over, I can go get it. I don't need to be, oh, I can't have the donuts that they have at work. Oh my God, if I wanted to afterward, I could go get a donut. So yeah, don't let food have power over you. You take power over food. My goodness. Okay, tip number 3. Restriction can be harder than elimination. Absolutely. So when you're not eating food at all, when you're going on a fast and you're not eating any food at all, let's say you're just drinking water, oh my, after a while you just get used to it. I'm not eating for 3 days. And you just get used to it, you just go on with your day. But if you are eating, but you can't eat certain things that you're used to eating, you're always constantly having that temptation of making that choice. Okay, do I eat this or this? Always having to look at that choice of eating. When you're not eating, you just completely avoid it, and you don't even have to see it. So that temptation is not as strong. But when you're restricting your food, it makes it harder. So just be aware that you're always going to be continually tempted. Every time you go to eat something, it's always that decision again. Nope, I am on the Daniel fast. I'm on the Daniel fast. It's constant. So yeah, that was pretty interesting for me to realize that. Tip number 4. Okay. Not everyone knows how to read nutrition labels. So I'm going to give you a small little tutorial right now. Okay, because I ran into some of my friends at church. They did not really understand how to read the labels. One of the biggest things on the fast is that you cannot have sugar, any added sugar. So there's a little bit of confusion as to how to read the labels to find out. So let me show you some stuff. Okay, these are raisins, right? They're just raisins, okay? So here's the label for the raisins, okay? It says nutrition facts. That's the nutritional label. So for a 1/4 cup of these raisins, you're going to get 120 calories, okay? And then you're going to have no fat, because naturally, what are raisins? Dried grapes, no fat in grapes. Thank you, Lord. Okay, and then no cholesterol, no sodium. Again, naturally, it's a fruit. There's no sodium in it. It does have some potassium, which we like. We like potassium. And it does have carbs. Now, don't get alarmed. Yes, it has carbs. It's a fruit. It should have carbs. Carbs include fruit, grains, okay? Yes, because it goes into our blood and it changes into sugar and gives us energy. Every plant, every living thing needs sugar, including us humans. Yes, we need sugar, so don't avoid it like the plague. You will be very, very lethargic. You will have no energy. You do need good carbs, okay? So also, there is a little bit of fiber, which is good. We like dietary fiber. That's great. And then some sugar. Yes, again, we need sugar. 24 grams, okay? So you can decide on what fruit you want and all of that depending on how much sugar is in that fruit. But yeah, this does have a lot. It's almost like a can of soda, but it's going to be better for you. And then 1 gram of protein. So that's how you look. This is what's in the food naturally. This is not what's added in. This is what is in the food, okay? This is not what you look at to see if it's added in. What you look at to see if there's anything added in are the ingredients. It says raisins. That's it. The only thing that is in this food is raisin. Like, there's nothing added else or there would be more things there, okay? So it is raisins. So if the thing says raisins on the front and it just says raisins on the back and the ingredients, you know it's a whole food and there's nothing added to it, okay? Let me give you another example. This is a little different. These are sesame seeds, okay? So I already showed you about the label. I'll show you, like, how it goes. See this label? Okay, you see the sugar right there? Ooh, where is it? There it is. 2 grams of sugar, okay? So that is what is in this food. Well, if you look at the ingredients, what's in it? It's the sunflower seeds, of course, some oil, and salt. That's what's in it. That's how I look right there at the ingredients to see if there's anything added in, okay? So there's oil added, there's salt added, and there's sunflower seeds. That's okay. No added sugar, okay? Here's another one. These are... It's whole wheat noodles, rotini noodles, okay? And there's the label right there. Again, it is a carb, so it has 2 grams of sugar. That's okay for, let's see, 1 cup. It's 2 grams of sugar, 210 calories, all right? So we can look here and see that's what's in it. 7 grams of protein. That's the reason why is because it's a whole grain. It's a whole wheat. So there's more protein in grains when it has everything, all the good stuff. It has actually protein in it. When you take out all the other stuff and it's not a whole grain, then you take out the protein. So yeah. So if you look at the ingredients, what's in it? Whole durum wheat flour. It's the grain ground up into a flour. That is it. Okay, so no added sugar, no added anything. It is just the noodle. It's just a grain in the noodle, okay? So that's how you read a label to see if there's any added sugar. Look in the ingredients. Don't look in the nutritional facts because fruit, anything that's a plant, is going to have some sugar in it, including your body. All right, number 5. Okay, this is a big one. There's added sugar in everything, okay? Everything. Bread, okay. Whole grains already has sugar, but what do? They add sugar to the bread, okay? Everything has added sugar when they produce it, when they manufacture it. So look out for that, okay? The thing that you have to look out for when you're looking in the ingredients for sugar is that sugar comes in a bunch of different names. So let me show you. So one of the ones that are very, not that one, we're going to do that one last. So some of the things that that are in foods that is not necessarily a sugar, but it's added sweetener, is honey and agave nectar. Okay, if you're like, oh, I'm doing the Daniel fast, go down the health food aisle. Okay, yeah, and you'll find things that won't have sugar added, but it will have honey and it might have agave nectar. Well, that's a sweetener, and on the Daniel fast, we're not having any added sweeteners, okay? So yeah, be careful of that. It's kind of a little tricky, okay? Just because it's healthy, that doesn't mean it's on the Daniel fast, okay? I call these the OS words, okay? Lactose, glucose, what's a fructose? Okay, they usually, these words usually end in tos, los, or kos. Okay, and those are sugar. The os indicates that it's a sugar. All right, so it's pulled usually from some kind of plant, and it's manufactured, whatever they do to it, and they make it into a sweetener that they then add into the food. Be careful. If you see any of these os words, then it has added sugar. Syrup. Okay, yes. So as you can think, maple syrup. Yep, that's sweet. But they might add that to, especially in the health food aisle. They might have foods that will have maple syrup added into it. Also, brown rice syrup. Yes. Corn syrup. Yes. That is sugar. Okay, it's added in as a sweetener. If you see it in the ingredients, you cannot eat it on the Daniel fast. Okay, so be very careful. This last one, which you kind of saw a sneak peek of it, is in everything. I actually had one of the young guys at my church. He was like, "Oh, I found soda," and I'm like, "How are you drinking that?" And he's like, "Oh, there's no sugar in it." Let me see that label. So I showed him, and guess what it had? High fructose corn syrup. Now, if you paid attention to anything I just said before, there's an os word and there's syrup. Yes, so it's doubly bad. So high fructose corn syrup is in everything. It's really, really not too good for you. Science is coming out with some people say it's fine, some people say it's not fine, but the reality is that the more you ingest this, there is a correlation between waistlines getting bigger and ingesting more of this. So, yeah, be careful of this, just in general. But on the Daniel fast, if it has it in there, it's not on the Daniel fast. So be very careful. Okay, tip number 6. Snacks can prevent energy loss. Okay, so think about this. Carbohydrates, fruit, grains, those things are your energy. So I would always have like raisins and almonds in a little baggie and would eat that throughout the day as a snack. Don't think you have to stick to the 3 meals a day. You're going to be eating hopefully less calories because you're not eating any meat. And so, yeah, it's going to be less calories and you're going to need those calories to burn. So eat smaller meals throughout the day. That way you can still go to work and be productive. Go figure. You can still play with your kids. You can even work out. That's what we did. We worked out on our Daniel fast 3 days a week corporately as a body. So yeah, you need those snacks and you need those carbohydrates so you can still live your life. Okay, last tip, number 7. Okay, a Daniel fast can be good for your budget if you stick to whole foods. Okay, if you stick on the outside aisles of the grocery store, your produce, you want grains like rice, you want legumes like beans. Those kinds of things are super, super cheap compared to if you're trying to replace your meat with a soy product or something like that. Even if you do tofu, can be pretty inexpensive. It depends on how you can get it. It can get expensive, but I can find it at a local health food store for like $1 for one block of tofu. So yeah, you can save some money. Now the whole point is not to save money. I get that. It's a consecration. You're doing it for God, but it is a benefit, and you don't have to feel like, well, I don't have any money, so I can't go on the Daniel fast. Not true. It just depends on your choices, and you sticking to whole foods, then you can definitely do the Daniel fast, and it makes it easy, and you can have some great meals eating that way. Okay, so hopefully this helped you if you're thinking about doing a Daniel fast, that these tips will help you kind of prepare and know how to look at those labels and know how to kind of structure your life so you won't decide, you know what, this is not for me, I can't do this. You can totally do this. I did it for 30 days. You can totally do this. All right, so if you see this video and you go on the fast, go ahead and comment and let me know how helpful it was, and then let me know how you're doing on the Daniel fast. All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Be sure to just subscribe to this channel and get videos on my Facebook fast and my year-long TV fast. Much love to you all.